Good for Johnny Depp. Amber Heard's return is a disaster. Nothing like you've seen. After his metamorphosis, Pirates of the Caribbean star Johnny Depp has been making waves. This shift was unexpected, especially after years of scandals and court fights that had tarnished his reputation. Johnny Depp is back with a new, unfamiliar look that's generating headlines. Since his alteration was revealed, one question has dominated conversations. Why this change? Stay tuned for Johnny Depp's transformation's true cause. Johnny Depp, better known as Captain Jack Sparrow, has always been a master of reinvention, but no one anticipated his Hollywood comeback after his public legal fights with Amber Heard to cause such a media frenzy. But what was his real goal? Find out. The 61-year-old actor began his career in 1984 as Glenn Lance in A Nightmare on Elm Street and became one of the most famous actors. However, he had to hide until he could clear his name and return to the forefront. This time, he looked like a silver fox with a full gray beard and blue or green contact lenses instead of his typical dark brown eyes. This made Depp look mysterious and mature. His shaggy brunette hair was gone, replaced by long salt and pepper locks pushed back, except for two long tendrils framing his face. Depp looked dapper in a navy double-breasted suit and a blue French cuff button-down shirt sans a necktie, holding a cocktail and staring ominously. His appearance was very different from what audiences were used to. For what was this reinvention? After the viral photo of Depp, it was claimed that he was back in Hollywood to play his renowned roles, but not as normal. Depp would be different, sophisticated, and layered this time. This enormous, well-planned comeback confirmed that Depp would star in Day Drinker, a thriller with a somewhat predictable title. After all, Jack Sparrow, played by Depp, was known for drinking. People weren't only interested in the concept. Depp's years-long look. Depp maintained a steady style throughout his films, but now he had a completely fresh look, announcing his Hollywood comeback. Despite not being his first film after the trial, Day Drinker is considered Depp's big league return. Most Hollywood producers and directors dropped Depp throughout his legal battle. No one wanted legal and reputational trouble. After being acquitted, Depp starred in Jean du Barry in 2023. Critics praised the film, but it failed abroad. It was a French production, far from Depp's Hollywood fame. Johnny Depp returns to Hollywood with Day Drinker, his first major film since 2018's Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Gellert Grindelwald was his role. Due to his legal issues, he was dropped from the movie and producers were unwilling to work with him. Depp plays a strange yacht visitor who bonds with a bereaved bartender, played by Madeline Klein, in Day Drinker. They become involved with a violent criminal played by Penelope Cruz. Penelope, Depp's longtime collaborator. This film will be a hit with this ensemble and a reimagined Depp. This transformation means what? Does this start Depp's new era? Watch to find out. After the attractive, silver-haired Johnny Depp photo was released, the public was overwhelmed. Depp unleashed such public fury for the first time in a while. He left Hollywood because he stopped obtaining movie opportunities. Depp had to move to a quiet London area to recuperate and clear his mind of all the drama. Depp prioritized his health and well-being. He spent time drawing, playing music, and relaxing with close friends, surrounded by individuals who brought out his best. The return of Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow pleased audiences. Many supporters believe this comeback is what he needed to succeed again. They're glad Hollywood is giving him another shot, as few can recover from such a public collapse. Johnny Depp has a different take. Depp doesn't see Day Drinker as a comeback, but the public did. He asked why people called it a return since he didn't go anywhere. He was nearby and accessible. He never left, but people stopped phoning, possibly out of fear, discomfort, or confusion due to the situation. Depp said people expected him to return like a circus show, do a tap dance or dazzle the crowd to get their approval. His actions weren't like that. Instead, he was doing what he did best, acting naturally and without requiring anyone's approval to be himself again. Why did many term Johnny Depp's homecoming a comeback? What did he return from? This can be understood by recalling the marriage that nearly removed Johnny Depp from our screens. Johnny Depp has captivated viewers with his unique and diverse roles for over 30 years. Amber Heard, the Aquaman actress, changed everything for him and nearly cost him his career. So how did it start? After Depp terminated his 14-year romance with Vanessa Paradis in 2012, he started dating Amber. Lily Rose and Jack were Depp and Paradis children. They had one of Hollywood's most admired partnerships despite never marrying. Amber joined after the split. She and Depp met in 2011 while filming The Rum Diary, and their chemistry was obvious. They started spending more time together, and engagement rumors spread. Depp revealed their engagement while promoting Transcendence after the couple first kept it hidden. The fans were thrilled. Another Hollywood power couple emerged. They married in February 2015, many months later. They got married twice. one in Los Angeles and one on Depp's Bahamas property. Their wedding became one of Hollywood's most talked about events that year. Little did Johnny Depp know, he may have made his worst mistake. Amber divorced Depp after a year, citing irreconcilable differences. The announcement startled the people who thought their love would last. But things became worse when Amber sought for a restraining order against Depp for domestic violence during the divorce. The fans were shocked. It seemed impossible for Jack Sparrow to be accused of such a heinous crime. Amber stated in a sworn statement that Depp hurled a cell phone at her during a fight, hitting her eye and face. He was also accused of screaming, punching, aggressively grasping her face, and yanking her hair. She sent a photo of her bruised face with her statement. But the narrative continued. Amber's bruise below her right eye supported her claim. These charges got Johnny Depp considerable PR trouble. With video evidence, a courtroom declaration, and a media frenzy, he became one of Hollywood's least popular stars. His reputation suffered. Since the storm had started, it wouldn't stop soon. Amber said their entire relationship was abusive. Johnny abused her verbally, emotionally, and physically, she said. From the start, she said he was angry, hostile, humiliating, and threatened with assault when she questioned his authority or disagreed with him. Amber said she lived in continual terror that Depp could return home unexpectedly, destroying the tranquility she temporarily found in his absence. However, Depp refuted all charges. He stated he never touched Amber or abused her. Amber made these charges to get a financial settlement, Depp's lawyer said in court documents in 2016. A police officer testified too. He responded to a domestic emergency at Depp and Amber's residence on May 21, 2016. He said there was no damage or harm at the scene when they arrived. Yet, the media maelstrom continued. One of the most publicized celebrity divorces in recent memory, it lasted months. In the end, Amber divorced, but the harm was done. Everyone thought Depp beat women. The couple stated, at times volatile, but always bound by love. Neither party has fabricated accusations for profit. There was no bodily or mental harm intended. After Depp's $7 million divorce, Amber publicly pledged to donate the entire cash to the ACLU and Children's Hospital Los Angeles. It was unclear if that contribution occurred. Amber got $7 million and a burgeoning career, while Johnny Depp's reputation plummeted. Hollywood studios broke ties with him. Pirates of the Caribbean 6 was supposed to feature him again, but it proved impossible. Disney reportedly dropped a $22.5 million deal with Depp because of his wife-beating reputation. Johnny Depp tried to move on, but June 1, 2018, came. Gone Potty was the Sun's headline today. How can J.K. Rowling pleased to cast Johnny Depp as Fantastic Beast wife-beater? He played Gellert Grindelwald, a powerful evil wizard, in Fantastic Beasts. Defamed, sued Newsgroup Newspapers, the British newspaper's parent business, for libel but lost. Based on Amber Heard's previous testimony and injury images, the court found the charges credible. This loss devastated Depp. Warner Brothers requested him to retire as Grindelwald days after the judgment. Depp consented. Though heartbroken, he understood their decision. No studio wanted to risk the criticism of casting a domestic abuser. He was replaced by Mads Mikkelsen. Then, had no movie deals, prominent roles, or Hollywood allies. Producers and directors shunned him. His image was tarnished. His charisma and rebelliousness were replaced with a black cloud over his name. However, things changed. Depp rewrote the story and became one of Hollywood's most famous redemption stories. Watch to find out. After being rejected for major film roles, Johnny Depp adopted a quiet profile. He relaxed with close friends and tried out modest roles in indie films and plays. But everything changed. Amber Heard spoke out against sexual violence in a Washington Post op-ed on December 18, 2018, facing our culture's fury. That must change. She wrote about her childhood and adult abuse and how she endured it in secret because she never felt she could receive justice. She said she didn't see herself as a victim for years. But everything changed 2 years earlier when she became a domestic violence spokesperson, she wrote. She claimed that after that, she felt the full weight of public reaction, which often comes to women who speak up. Although she didn't name Johnny Depp, everyone knew the piece referenced her legal battle with him, her comments about becoming the face of domestic violence survivors, and the timing, which strongly implied she was talking about her relationship with Depp and the courtroom drama that followed. Many liked Amber's message. She encouraged women to come out and requested social help for domestic violence victims. Advocacy groups and mainstream media lauded the op-ed. Johnny Depp prepared his legal counterattack while Amber was cheered. He was concerned about the op-ed's consequences. He felt it misrepresented him as an abuser. Depp sued Amber for $50 million in defamation in March 2019, claiming the piece destroyed his career. The lawsuit relied on a section from the op-ed where Amber stated that she became a domestic abuse spokesperson 2 years ago. She didn't name Depp, but his lawyers said the reference was about him and that the domestic abuse claim was baseless. Depp's attorneys stressed that the dispute wasn't about money. They stated that Johnny Depp's main goal was to dispel the wife-beater stigma that had ruined his Hollywood career. He denied physically hurting Amber Heard and wanted the truth in court. Amber's representative said she had moved on and didn't want to fight the law. Since she was facing a defamation case, she had to prepare for trial and defend herself. The courtroom battle was witnessed by millions. The trial lasted weeks, with new headlines and public reactions each day. Testimonies and evidence revealed explosive allegations and terrible details. Amber counterclaimed Depp's case for $100 million, accusing him of smearing her. She claimed Depp's lawsuit was more than a defense. It was a continuation of her abuse and harassment, she said. Amber requested immunity from Depp's complaint and $100 million in compensatory damages, increasing Depp's $50 million claim. Defamation trial began in April 2022 at Fairfax County Court, Virginia. Amber Heard's counsel maintained that Amber was exercising her right to free expression by sharing her tale. Johnny Depp testified regarding Amber's mistreatment. Court aired audio of Amber confessing she hit him. Depp also detailed Amber's adulterous romances with Elon Musk and James Franco. Amber apparently left her excrement on their bed, which he exposed. She instigated conflicts over tiny things and pushed him until they exploded, he said. Vanessa Perida, Depp's ex, testified that Johnny was not the suspected villain. She considered him one of her calmest friends. Amber's lawyers persisted. They used old texts and recordings to portray Depp as unstable and dangerous due to his drug and alcohol use. They said he injured her. Depp acknowledged the op-ed's cost. He told the court his life altered. After publication, he lost roles, friends left, and his name was tarnished for nothing he did. It was different this time. The public watched and supported Johnny Depp. Amber, under pressure, fired her crisis PR team mid-trial. In her recent statement, she said Depp was between addiction and sobriety, and living with him was like walking on a tightrope. She said he inspected her body for narcotics during a psychotic episode and raised his hand in rage when he couldn't find them. However, Depp denied everything. He said her tales were fabricated. Amber didn't surrender either. She stated she was finally speaking after years of silence. Whether they liked it or not, she could speak. The 7-person jury decided after weeks of testimony. The court found Amber defamed Depp. Depp was granted $10 million compensatory and $5 million punitive damages. Amber obtained $2 million in compensatory damages, but no punitive punishment in her countersuit. Johnny won big with the verdict. He said the jury saved him. He assured the public in an interview that was never about money. Truthfulness was key, regardless of the outcome. He wanted people to know him, not his portrayal. Amber was heartbroken by the choice. She said she lost everything and was slandered again. She refused to be silenced or cease speaking up. After the trial, they went their separate ways. Her claims were lifted from Johnny Depp. Despite the court victory, calls didn't flood in. Studio jumps were slow. Depp kept a low profile until an opportunity arose. Day drinker. Depp made a surprising comeback with an exciting new start. Depp debuted a stunning new style, grabbing attention. Johnny Depp may be starting something larger. How do you feel about Johnny Depp's controversial transformation? Will this bring him back to the spotlight? Comment your ideas below. Like, share, and subscribe for more. Additionally, click the video below. You'll like.